A spaceship quietly descended above the city. At first, humans were extremely frightened. They didn't dare approach it at all, but gradually people got used to the spaceship's presence. They even went from initial fear to curiosity. During these 3 months, the spaceship simply hovered quietly in midair. It neither invaded nor seized anything. No one knew what it actually wanted. After some serious deliberation, humans decided to go inside and investigate. They used a cutter to open the heavy hatch. Inside were strange totem-like symbols everywhere, thick, sticky liquid on the ship panels, and the dim environment made people feel nauseated. When they reached the main cockpit, everyone was shocked. Millions of alien creatures were gathered inside the cabin. They looked somewhat malnourished, as if they had suffered some kind of disaster. Following principles of harmony and goodwill, the government decided to take in these aliens and settle them in a slum area called District 9. At first, the atmosphere between everyone was fairly harmonious, but it didn't take long before the aliens' various living habits caused strong dissatisfaction among local residents. Riots even began to break out. To calm public anger, the government decided to relocate them to an uninhabited area hundreds of kilometers away for centralized military-style management. And the organization responsible for this task was an agency called MNU. It was an armed organization specializing in handling alien-related affairs. They appeared to legally and reasonably sign relocation agreements with the aliens, but in reality they were coercive terms. Anyone who refused to sign or attempted to resist would be eliminated by soldiers. And the man in front of us was Nick, the person in charge of this project. They accidentally discovered the aliens' nursery room. Inside were large numbers of prawn eggs. Nick proudly showed off his knowledge, explaining to everyone how the prawn eggs absorb nutrients. But meanwhile, he was pulling out their nutrient tubes. He then ordered the soldiers to burn the entire room. The popping sound of the bursting prawn eggs sounded to Nick like someone lighting a string of firecrackers. Next, they entered another room. Nick found a strange metal canister. Out of curiosity, he pressed the switch. At first, Nick didn't pay attention to it. He simply put away that strange liquid and continued the mission of evicting the aliens. But soon Nick's body began to show abnormalities. He began vomiting non-stop. Black nosebleeds ran down his face. Even his fingernails began to fall off for no reason. This terrified Nick. He wanted to go home and tell his wife about it. But just as he opened the door, he saw that his good friends had prepared a celebration banquet for him. Nick could only endure his physical discomfort. But just as he was about to cut the cake, a surge of black liquid spurted out of his mouth. Then he collapsed onto the floor. When Nick woke up again, he had already been taken to the hospital. The doctor was about to cut open the bandages on his hand. But the moment the bandages were cut open, his arm had become no different from a prawn claw. Nick was so frightened that he immediately jumped off the bed. But the doctor remained extremely calm. Then a group of soldiers rushed in. They forcibly stuffed Nick into an experimental bag and pushed him into a secret laboratory. What exactly were these people going to do to Nick? Follow me to learn how the story continues.